Guys, I was so excited to start YouTube that I was just diving. I was diving and I was swimming and I just dived into the deep end. And now I feel like I'm drowning. I'm drowning, guys. I'm so over YouTube at this point.
Hi, I'm Sashelle. Welcome.
Your girl has reached her first stumbling block in her YouTube journey, and I want to use my experiences as a lesson. Each one teaches one, and I do not want my experiences to ripple effect into you making your own mistakes just because you are not educated about these facts. My existing subscribers may notice some changes made into my channel, and that is because basically I have rebranded myself. And in this video I'm going to show you the circumstances that had led to this change. I am going to show you the things that I wish I knew before starting my YouTube channel. Some persons who want to hurry and click off, I'm telling you, wait, just give me a chance, okay? This is not your typical things I wish I knew about YouTube that everybody talks about. This is valuable information that are not given to you, and it's my personal experiences, and you'll be given my personal examples. So I'm going to be talking about niching down too small. Things are no longer about you. Green content versus seasonal content versus trending content. YouTube taking away your subscribers. Small YouTuber support as a necessary evil. Being yourself, but conditions applied. 4,000 watch hours, possible? Impossible. And last but by no means least, copyright policies. So now I know I piqued your interest because, guys, these are the things that I hear nobody talk about. So let's get into the video. The first thing that I wish I knew was that we can niche down too small.
What is she talking about? What is Sashelle talking about? We can't niche down too far. Is that even possible? I hear everybody saying niche down.
I understand your question, and let me explain. Finding your niche is an integral part of your growth in the YouTube journey. And every YouTuber and their mamas tell you, okay, find your niche, stick to your niche, and basically maximize on that particular central part of the market. And I totally agree with this. But you know what they don't tell you? They don't tell you that you can niche down and niche down too small that it potentially hurts the growth of your channel. Yes, that is the main thing that happened, which led to my rebranding, and I'm just gonna put everything into perspective for you. Your niche is that small central area that you're focusing on, that part of the market that you decide that you're gonna put out content for. Now, when you niche down, that basically means that you're taking a specific part of that market and you're focusing on that area. Now, persons tell you, niche down as small as possible so you can kind of create content that is centered around that particular part of the market, and that persons really and truly understand what kind of content you are giving and the purpose of your existence here on YouTube. And as a small YouTuber, my thing is niching down too small or being focused too much on niching down can potentially harm your channel. My experience is that I basically started a channel where I branded as beauty and lifestyle. Now, I basically wanted to really primarily show my makeup skills and my talents in makeup, but I wanted to incorporate other things. Now, when I branded myself as FaceSpellsBySashelle, and basically that is basically me creating spells and beating faces, which is my tagline. From that, you can basically tell that this is a makeup channel. And now, even though it was never my intent to niche down so small, I was niche down even more because of what I described my business as, my tagline, and basically my name. So now I'm now in a smaller niche, a beauty, which is a small part of the market, but it is not as small as makeup. Makeup now is like one of the smallest segments under beauty. And this is what happens when you decide that you're going to niche down and you have niched down too far. You have now limited yourself, and you have limited your growth, and you have restricted yourself and boxed yourself into a small little bubble, and you're not able to push out of that bubble. Why do I say that? Know that I have been centrally concentrating on my channel as a makeup channel. I found that I was always pushing out makeup related content back to back to back. Because of this now, I would have already set myself at least a 30% behind, because now I know that boys and males were not going to be really interested in my content. And probably persons who are like more Christian and more religious, and probably older persons might not be interested in my content. Now, who will gravitate to my content are like beauty lovers, women, and girls. And that is fine. But what that shows you that on the YouTube platform, the amount of persons that are going to be interested in your videos is kind of limited. And to me, when you are starting off, you don't want those limitations on the growth of your channel. You're already struggling for YouTube to push your content to get known. And at this point, you want it to reach the masses. You want your content to be shown to everyone. So the larger your audience can be, you want it to be that. That was my major problem in my channel. I believe in starting a business or a channel, you have to go through trials and errors, and you have to sometimes make mistakes to learn from them. So I do not take my experience as like a downfall, but I try to look at what I did wrong and try not to repeat myself. So in my case, if they tell you to niche down too small, someone who is not even known as yet, that is limiting your growth. To me, when you're starting off your channel, you want to see what works and what doesn't. So put out content. You might have a content that you have a passion about, which to me was makeup, and I was holding on to their life for makeup because that is what I wanted to push. But I also sat back and I thought, but persons who are interested in makeup might want to see how I do my hair. If they come here, I don't want them to click here to come to do makeup and then they have to click to somebody else to see how they do their hair, how they do this, how they do that. So my ultimate goal, and to me what makes you stand out above the rest, is providing content that can appeal to all the demands in your niche. Let us look at target audience. Target audience is those persons, that demographic of persons that is basically watching your content. If you study them, then you will understand their needs, and needs change. You want to create that one-stop shop. When they come here, you want to provide everything that they may possibly need, centered around your niche same way. But you want to be able to provide them with that information so they will never move from your channel. So how do you know this? Are you like a scientist? Are you a YouTube guru? Are you working with YouTube? YouTube gives you a workspace, and it is your analytics, and you can see how your videos are progressing over time. You can see where my views were kind of dropping when I'm creating that same monotonous and repetitive makeup content, and you can see that persons were getting bored because the retention was lowering. Now, if you look on my graphs and on the data, you can see that when I post, even if I'm posting like 5 makeup content, the moment that I post something else, that video spikes up, and then I go and post another makeup video again, and it kind of dwindles down. It's not that persons are not interested in my makeup, but they almost can kind of predict what I'm about to do. So people get bored. Demands change. You have to appeal to your audience, and you have to understand that they're the most important thing. So you may want to stick to something because this is what you wanted to do and this is what you intended to do, but then you have to be aware of your market and then meet those needs and understand that things are no longer about you. And this now leads me to my second thing that I wish I knew and nobody talk about, is that when you start to push out content on YouTube and persons are starting to subscribe, things are no longer about you. So my passion was like makeup. I wanted to show people all my skills, and persons did gravitate to my channel and they wanted to see what I have more. But the more I put out videos, not that my quality was changing, it was getting better as a matter of fact. But now persons' demand kind of drifted and they're kind of demanding certain other things. But I was just like, no, this is a makeup channel. I wanted to stick to makeup and I wanted to show them, and I don't want to drift into certain things. But then that just means that I was being self-centered and I was just doing what I want to do and not what my audience want to do. And in a business, your customers are the most important persons to your business. What they say counts, because you can see in my channel, you might have persons putting certain requests, and I was seeing all of these things popping up, and I'm like, okay, so demands are shifting now. So what do you do when you have a business and demands are shifting? You have to meet those demands, because that is how your business will be on top of its game. So you can't be too adamant and say, I'm sticking to this because this is what I love and this is what I'm going to do and this is what I'm going to show and they're going to like it. Persons want to feel like when they're supporting a business, their opinions matter, and that is why sometimes there's a suggestion box, or even in the comments you ask questions on what you would like to see. That is how you build a community of loyal subscribers, and loyal subscribers are most important. Earning subscribers is good, But loyal supporters will be people that will support you no matter what. Those people that if you come on the camera and you sit down, they are gonna support you, and that is through building relationship and making them know that they are valued. So my first opinion was, I'm going to put out makeup because that is my passion and that's what I want to do. But getting into this YouTube thing, I realized that things are no longer about me. It's about my audience, and they matter. I have to produce content that will meet their demands, and as they change, I have to kind of change my business and position it in a way that still appeals to them. So always remember, things are no longer about you. It is a little about you, but it's more about them. The other thing I wish I knew was that there were different type of content, and I don't mean like you have gaming, you have beauty, you have this. I mean like in all niches you have three main types of content. One, you have green content, then two, you have seasonal content, and three, you have trending content. Now let me break this down, because guys, this was a very pertinent information and one of the most important and the best information that I never knew I needed. Green content is that content that is ever relevant. No matter as the year goes by, these content will always be needed and always be sought after. These type of contents might not blow up at once, but they will always receive steady growth and views from the inception till the end of time. So you can always know that from generations to come and years to come, people are gonna still be looking for these contents. An example of these contents are like how to contents, how I do my makeup, how do I do my brows, how do I play Roblox, how do I increase my subscribers, how do I create my channel banner, how do I fix my phone. All of these type of educational videos are videos that are gonna still be existing, because people are gonna always be searching for them, because they're ever blooming and they will never die out. Then you have seasonal content, and these are content that are sought after at a specific time of the year or a specific period of time. These type of content reaches their peaks at certain period of time of the year, and then they slowly die down. But what is so fascinating about these type of content is that every year when it comes on back to this season, these type of videos kind of skyrockets again, and the demand for these videos increases, then it dies down, then the next year it goes back up, then it dies down. So these type of content, for example, are like Vlogmas. Vlogmas is where persons basically vlog their time leading up to December on Christmas Day, and they show all type of videos, and these videos get tons of views and tons of traffic. And after Christmas passes, those videos die down. But then when Christmas comes, when December comes up, persons are hopping onto YouTube, Vlogmas, and persons can pull up your videos regarding Vlogmas. Just like with makeup. If I do a Valentine's Day makeup in February, there's gonna be a traffic that is generated because persons are going out, persons are going on dates, and they want to see how to do their makeup, and they're going to search on YouTube how best they can do their makeup and what type of looks they can go for. But it will die down. After March, there's no real need for this. But in February of the other year, the demand for this peaking again. Then you have trending content, and these are the ones that persons are running after because they peak so high. I mean, when trends are in, they peak so high and the audience is massive. But what happens is that as fast as they go up, they go down just as fast. And basically an example is like quarantine now. Everybody is jumping on quarantine. What do we do in quarantine? Everything about quarantine and COVID-19, because now it is trending. It's a topic affecting everyone all over the world, so it's a good way to hop onto that to get the views. But what happened with those videos is that after COVID-19 is over and we're out of quarantine, there's no need for this, and persons don't even remember that these things exist, and these videos might get little to no views after the trends die down. Just like trends come and they go, and we forget entirely about them. So in your head now, I know you're thinking like, so what content do I push basically? Ideally, as a YouTuber, you want to target a little of all of these content. To me, that is the most ideal situation. But if you were to choose one, I would personally recommend green content, and those are the content that may not see rapid growth all at once or at a specific time, but they're gonna always show some amount of progress, and views are gonna always be coming in, which accumulates over time, and they have the most endurance. And at the end of the day, the race is not for the swift but for those who can endure. The next thing I wish I knew, and I need to take a drink for this, so just give me a moment. YouTube takes away your subscribers. Generally, it's normal to see fluctuations in your subscribers account, and I completely understand that, because persons can subscribe and unsubscribe. Persons can accidentally unsubscribe by clicking the subscribe button just because you tell them to click their subscribe button in every video, so they keep on clicking off, which has happened to me. And then what I realize is that YouTube behind the scenes is basically pulling away your subscribers. How do I know this? YouTube themselves have basically admitted that they are trying to find spam comments and spam subscribers. Now YouTube is not going to pay persons individually to go in and check every single person's channel on YouTube to see if persons are spamming and all of that. But YouTube knows that persons are paying for views and paying for subscribers. I believe that they have an automated system that kind of tries to detect views and spam subscribers, and they try to pull that out, because I think they study the analytics, and the analytics will say, okay, she normally get like probably 5 subscribers a week. So if in case out of the blue you probably put out a video and it gets like 20 subscribers in one, it kind of like triggers an alert that, okay, you know, this is probably spamming comments, we need to work on this, and they probably audit and pull out persons. If a person subscribes to your channel and, for example, they close their YouTube account, then from that it pulls away your subscribers too. So YouTube kind of works in their way to kind of try to ensure that whoever is on your channel are loyal subscribers. And while I appreciate that, I understand the stress and just the overall disheartening situation that this must be for you small YouTubers and for myself, because I'm going to show you how I was deeply affected by this. From my analytics, you can see that I would have at this point at least be at 700 subscribers, and I lost at least 180 something subscribers. And some of this is from persons unsubscribing. That is what it shows you in the analytics, but YouTube themselves has gone in and do their own fishing out and basically trying to remove who they assume to be spams. And at first, when this happened, I think the first time that I realized this happened, I lost about 17 subscribers in one go, and I was furious, because when you're small, every single subscriber counts. You realize every single subscriber that you get. So when you see 17 subscribers being removed from your content, it's almost like you are going insane. YouTube also pulls away subscribers who are not active on your channel, because that will assume that it is a spam channel. So if I see someone and say subscribe to my channel, and they just go to my channel, they do not watch a video, and they just hit subscribe and they never ever go back to my content, automatically a system is gonna assume that these are spam subscribers and remove them, and basically they don't really serve any purpose on your channel anyways. So it is really a good thing that they are doing, but at the end of the day we suffer the consequences, because we are ultimately trying to gain the subscribers that YouTube is basically pulling away. There's not much that I can do regarding this, and there's not much you can do. This will happen, but I think preparedness is better to ease your mind. But how do you tell someone that you're taking away what they have worked so hard for? The next thing I wish I knew, and I want to put emphasis on this, small YouTuber community and support is a necessary evil. And by necessary evil, I mean that creates harm and good. It has pros and cons. Now, in any business, you want support. When you're starting off, it is support that is going to drive you to become successful in your business. Because when you're starting off, no one knows you, no one is interested. So you have to kind of build that community of persons that support you. It is your family member that will buy your first product. It is your family member that will watch your first video. It is your friends and family and their friends and family that will help to build your first audience. And that is fine. Me, I realized that there was a small YouTuber community on YouTube, and putting small YouTuber community in your search bar, you will see a lot of things populated. They network and they advertise and they try to win subscribers and all of that. No, nothing is wrong with that. We all need support, and when you lean on persons who have similar interests, it makes it even easier, and you can provide about a bit of friendship and a bit of consultation and all of that, and y'all can grow together. The thing that made this a bad thing is that this sub for sub nature. I basically got caught up in this because persons were coming to my channel and say, you know, you can check out my channel and all of this, and me being the gullible person, and I'm always wanting to support persons' businesses, so I will always hop onto their channel and I will show my support. I will turn on my bell and I will watch their videos and I will share my comments and all of that, and they will in turn do that in the first instance. Now, I always try to do what is good and go back to their channel and watch and all of these things. Now, you have this sub for sub nature that some persons have, which is not the same as this networking and this basically community part. You have some sub for sub persons who basically come to your channel just to win your subscription. They will subscribe to you and then they will pull away their subscription. YouTube themselves will kind of take them out and pull them out. Basically, I am not perfect. I have subscribed to some certain persons, but the only way I do not go back to their channel is if I forget the notification and they get lost in my subscription. But I genuinely try to support persons, but not everybody is genuine, and persons are selfish and all about themselves and all about trying to get monetized, and that is a wrong way of doing things. So try not to indulge in the sub for sub notion, but always try to build that community. Hi is big and endless, and we all can share it. And what I wish I knew is that person saying be yourself is not necessarily the best advice, and conditions apply to this. I want to play devil's advocate here and say, you know, when persons really and truly tell you to be yourself, they're talking about one side of the sphere. All right, when they say be yourself, they're talking about those goofy, those hyperactive, those outgoing, and those very confident persons. Really and truly, they're not talking about the shy, reserved one, the ones that are like, hi, my name is Sashelle, and I wouldn't mind if you like and subscribe on my channel because I have good content. They're not, trust me, I am being honest, and a lot of persons might not like this, but they are not talking about these type of persons. Really and truly, if you want to appeal to persons, you have to have a certain personality, you have to have a certain presence, and you have to be able to basically captivate your audience. And this non-confident, shy, reserved person is not going to generate. It's not going to make it, and it's not going to generate the views. And if you want to go out and come into the YouTube platform, at some point in time, you have to learn how to deliver yourself and how to be confident on the camera. You are not convincing them that you know what you're doing. So when persons say be yourself, what they really should say is be true to who you are. Don't try to emulate anybody else and come up with your own uniqueness. That's what they mean. So conditions applied. Okay guys, 2 down. I have 2 more things that I want to basically tell you that I wish I knew. And 4,000 watch hours is the next one. I have to take a next sip, because this one is a very bitter pill to swallow. YouTube expects you to reach 4,000 hours, which is equated to 240 minutes, 240,000 minutes of watch time and 1,000 subscribers. Now, persons are, when they start out, are quick to run to want to get that 1,000 subscribers when they realize the subscribers is the least of your problems. Let me tell you, the subscribers is easier to get than the watch time. Now guys, let me break this down. If your videos are averaging like 4 minutes as a duration of how long persons watch your videos, which I think is relatively normal for most small YouTubers, after 4 minutes people's interest die down. So 4 minutes and basically 240,000, and 4 minutes you're gonna end up with 60,000 views, which is the required views that you need to really meet that threshold. You have on average 100 persons watching your channel. It might be more, might be less, but I'm talking from a small YouTuber's point of view. If you have 100 persons watching your videos, that means that you need 600 videos. At each of those persons have to watch your 4-minute videos in entirety to reach that threshold of 240,000. Now let me sit down and let me give you a moment to just soak up that information. So with that being said, I realize the subscribe button down there is still in red. If you look down there in your subscribe button and it's still red, just click it for me please. I'm just gonna give you 5. I'm just gonna give you 5 seconds. Okay, now it is grey and now we can move on. I'm just kidding, but for real guys, please like and subscribe if so far you are getting good content and you're looking forward to more. Please like and subscribe, and that really help us out a lot, and thank you very much. Now back to what I'm saying. So you can understand the struggles that persons who are putting out content is going through. In my head, if someone did it already, I can do it too, and that is how I am. I never limit myself. I'm like, if it is possible, I can do it. And I never really sit down and pencil it down, but when I look and I pencil it down, I'm like, God, please make one of my videos them go viral. Please make one of my videos them start trend, because that is the only thing, the only way I'm going to drop out of the pit here. How do you conquer this? My video is coming up after this one. Is going to tell you basically how you successfully grow your YouTube channel and include the fundamentals, your target audience and all of those things. I'm not going to go into the detail. It's going to be a good video, so go and check it out. It will be posting shortly after this one. But what I can tell you is that you want to create content. You want to create long enough videos, because you increase your chances of getting more views if you create long enough videos. Because guess what, if you put a 4-minute video, it might be short and person might watch it in entirety, but that is only 4 minutes of the watch time. Versus if you put out a 10-minute video, they might not watch the entire 10 minutes, but they will watch a greater percentage of the video. So it might be lower in percent, but at the end of the day, it adds up and it accumulates into your views. The main thing is that you want to produce, at this point you want to really push videos. You want to produce a lot of videos, and you want to have a schedule, and you want at least at this point post like 1 or 2 videos weekly. I know it's hard. I myself has been struggling to post even 1 video a week, but you want to be able to produce enough videos so persons can stay tuned, they can look forward to your content, and they will basically know your schedule, so they are looking. Last and by no means least, copyright policies. Copyright. After I was so excited to start a YouTube channel, you know that I always thought that when you get copyright, you're gonna get a big old notification that this video was removed because of copyright, or this video was copyrighted, and all of these things. I did not do my research in this. I don't know how I basically overlooked this part. I wish I knew that copyright can just hit you in the butt. My first video, I was so excited. I pushed it out and I was marketing that, and from that I get about 60 subscribers in like 2 days, and I was like, yes, persons are really wanting to see me push out the channel. Guys, I was about a week or so in, and I was at about 200 or 300 and something views on that video. You know that it is after I've accumulated so much views on that first video that I went into my YouTube studio and realized that it was copyrighted. It was a big copyright claim that was sitting right there, and I did not see it up to date. So what happens to that video now? I've basically had to mute it because I've already accumulated so much views. On YouTube, you can use people's content and they might allow you, but if you put ads on your videos, all of your earnings will go to them. No, I couldn't even swallow that pill, knowing the fact that even 15 seconds of the video had the music and it was copyrighted. Now persons say that there's fair use and you can use a particular amount of, they said about 7 seconds and it will be okay. Me, now I'm telling you, if Beyonce, Nicki Minaj, Trey Songz, if those persons don't come to you and say, Sashelle or XYZ, you can use my video and do this and have it in writing, then don't use it. After being blamed with that copyright, I will never ever use any content that I will assume is copyrighted. YouTube provide you with non-copyrighted materials and audios that you can use in their library, so you can use those. Or if you're going on YouTube, ensure that you put in non-copyrighted music if you need to add music to your background. If you don't need music, just don't use music, because that is basically your safest bet. But if you have to put in free non-copyrighted music and read the description, because some persons, they are not copyrighted, but if you're going to use their content or use their audios, they want to ensure that you give them the rights. Stay away from especially the most popular songs. If you want to risk it, fine, but as for me, I don't care for copyright, and I'm not going to use any popular songs that I know that, unless they come and tell me that, look, Sashelle, you can do it. So yeah. that was a long one. I hope that you have learned as much as possible and see how my experiences have basically shaped my decision. Now my decision is to rebrand my channel. So now I will no longer be Face Spells by Sashelle. I will be Sashelle's Journal, and I'm basically showing you life through my eyes. I just wanted to let you guys in and let you know what changes are going to be happening because you're my subscribers and I love you and I don't want you to be too shocked and surprised of what is going on. Once again, guys, thank you for your support. Happy growing. We can do this to support each other and let us go ahead and grow great channels. So that is it, guys. Ta-da!